Welcome, my friends in the Molly Dawson Learning Community, to the May 7th Knighting Ceremony. I am your proud principal, Mrs. Yadley. Today, we celebrate your efforts to learn about and demonstrate the character virtues of responsibility and perseverance. Over the last month, each day I have observed countless examples of responsibility from you. And even though we just started our focus on perseverance, seeing your bright and beautiful faces in this last month of our very unique school year is already a huge example of your perseverance. You know what it means to persevere. Today, in our knighting ceremony, each class will recognize one student who exemplifies these character virtues, and those students will join our gallery of champions. I welcome all of you to our knighting ceremony. Bienvenidos, mis amigos de la comunidad de aprendizaje de Molly Dawson, a la ceremonia de caballería del 7 de mayo. Soy su directora orgullosa, señora Yadley. Hoy celebramos sus esfuerzos por aprender y demostrar las virtudes de carácter, de la responsabilidad y la perseverancia. Durante el último mes, cada día he observado innumerables ejemplos de responsabilidad suya. Y aunque recién comenzamos nuestro enfoque en la perseverancia, a ver sus rostros brillantes y hermosos en este último mes de nuestro año escolar bien único es ya un gran ejemplo de su perseverancia. Sabes bien lo que significa perseverar. Hoy, en nuestra ceremonia de caballería, cada clase reconocerá a un estudiante que ejemplifica estas virtudes de carácter, y esos estudiantes se unirán a nuestra galería de campeones. Les doy la bienvenida a todos a nuestra ceremonia de caballería. We begin our ceremony reciting the four-way test. Please say it with me. We'll say it in English and then in Spanish. Comenzamos nuestra ceremonia recitando la prueba cuádruple. Por favor, dilo conmigo. Lo diremos en inglés y luego en español.
Four-way test of the things that we think or we say or we do. Number 1, is it the truth? Number 2, is it fair to all concerned? Number 3, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Number 4, will it be beneficial to all concerned? Great job. La prueba cuádruple de las cosas que pensamos o decimos o hacemos. La primera, ¿es la verdad? Segunda, ¿es justo para todos los interesados? Tercera, ¿creará buena voluntad y mejores amistades? Cuarta, ¿será beneficioso para todos los interesados? Muy bien.
And now we'll begin by recognizing a student from Miss Cannon's class.
Miss Cannon's class is proud to knight Mason for the character trait of perseverance. Mason chooses to move forward and keep trying even when things are challenging. And he's quick to help his friends when they're having a hard time too. Mason, we're blessed to have you as part of our school family. Love, Miss Cannon and Miss Marina.
We'll continue with recognizing a student from Miss Ramirez Dennis, and Gonzalez's class.
The pre-K superstars are proud tonight Oriana for the character trait of perseverance. When things are difficult, Oriana pushes through and does her best.
This year, Oriana has grown in many ways, including learning how to pump her legs while swinging and learning how to be more independent in school. We are proud of you, Oriana.
Love, Miss Dennis, Miss Gonzalez, and
Miss Ramirez.
Now we'll recognize a student from Miss Martinette's and Miss Morgan's class.
Hello. The Martinette's Owls are proud to bestow the honor of knighthood on Emery for exhibiting the character virtue of responsibility. Emery is a leader in our classroom. She always comes in ready to go and do her very best. She does what she says she's going to do, and she's always eager to do the right thing. Way to go, Emery. We are very proud of you. Love, Miss Martinette's and the Owlets.
It's time to recognize a student from Miss Owsley's class.
Mrs. Owsley's Chameleons would like to honor Avery for the character trait of responsibility. Avery comes to school ready to learn. She is dependable and she takes care of herself and others by lending a helping hand. Avery makes wise choices and shows accountability for her actions. Way to go, Avery. We are so proud of you.
We'll continue with recognizing a student from Miss O'Dwyer's and Miss Morgan's class.
The Kinder Amigos would like to recognize Alana for the knightly virtue of responsibility. Alana always does the right thing at the right time. She takes care of her learning and does her very best every day. The promise of responsibility is success, and we know that Alana is cruising down that highway to success. Congratulations, Alana. We are so proud of you. Love, Miss O'Dwyer, Miss Morgan, and Miss Janet.
And now we'll recognize a student from Miss Dement's class.
Miss Dement's Dragons are excited to nominate Liam for the character traits of responsibility and perseverance. Liam has shown how responsible he is by always being ready and early to all of his Zoom meetings. Liam loves to participate as one of the first students to raise his hand and share his thinking. He shows perseverance when he works hard and doesn't give up on a challenge. He cheerfully tells me how he's completed all of his classwork and his learning apps. Way to go, Liam! We're proud of you. Congratulations!
It's time to recognize a student from Miss Crawford's class.
This student has been extremely responsible all year long, whether learning at home or in person. She completes all her classwork and participates frequently. She's an eager learner who is thoughtful about her work and strives to complete as much of it as possible in Spanish. Despite a challenging year, Sheila has a positive attitude and has learned a lot. Keep up the great work, Sheila.
Now we'll recognize a student from Miss Aguayo's class. Mrs. Fluffers and I are so excited to read the recognition paragraph for Miss Shaw for Miss Aguayo's class. Here we go. Miss Aguayo's class and Miss Shaw are so excited to nominate Darion for the character virtue of responsibility. Through his responsibility, Darion demonstrates leadership. He is always willing to be the line leader, clean up the classroom, and help other students. We are so proud of you, Darion, for leading from the front. Keep up the good work. Love, Ms. Shaw. Let's recognize a student from Miss Sigmund's class.
This student is being knighted for the character trait of responsibility. She gets on Zoom on time every day and is eagerly ready to participate. We all know remote learning can be difficult, but this student doesn't let anything distract her when learning on a Zoom lesson. I can always count on her to share her thinking and show her work. Thank you for showing responsibility, Autumn. We are proud of you. Congratulations!
It's time to recognize a student from Miss Stoltz's class.
I am very proud to recognize a student for the character trait of responsibility. This student has exemplified responsibility since the beginning of the school year, both on Zoom and now back in the classroom for in-person learning. He always takes responsibility for his own learning and is self-motivated to complete his schoolwork. He pays close attention during our lessons, and he always checks off items on his to-do list during his independent work time. I have watched this student grow and learn so much as a result of all of his hard work. Congratulations to Evan. You are an amazing leader, and we are lucky to call you our friend.
And now we'll recognize a student from Miss Martinez's class.
Buenos días. La clase de Miss Martínez quiere reconocer a un amigo por demostrar la virtud de la responsabilidad. Este amigo completa sus tareas en CISA diariamente sin recordatorios y siempre tiene sus materiales listos y está listo para aprender. Felicidades a Uriel por ganar esta medalla honorable. ¡Felicidades!
Now let's recognize a student from Miss Turnipseed's class.
We are proud to recognize Leilani for the character trait of responsibility. During her time this year of remote and in-person learning, she has demonstrated that she can be responsible for her own learning and take ownership of her words and actions. When Leilani has mastered a skill or routinely follows through with an expectation, she is then able to teach it to her peers and mentor them along. Thank you, Leilani, for your leadership in Miss Turnipseed's class and around the campus.
And now we'll recognize a student from Mr. Rodriguez's class.
The student being knighted for the character virtue of responsibility has demonstrated that they do the right thing at the right time, proving that they could be trusted and depended on. This student takes care of their property and that of others. She always knows what their job is and they perform it very well. I'm proud to name Clary for the character virtue of responsibility. Congratulations, Clary.
Next, we'll recognize a student from Miss Pelletz's class.
I am excited to knight Kaylee for the character trait of responsibility. Kaylee always demonstrates how responsible she is, whether it be turning in her assignments on time or showing how prepared she is for each class. Kaylee takes responsibility for her actions and is accountable for everything. Thank you so much, Kaylee, for always showing how responsible you are, and congratulations.
And now we'll recognize a student from Mrs. Grimm's class.
Miss Grimm's class is excited to knight Sailor for the character trait of responsibility. She is a model of what being responsible is for the class. She always has her materials ready, turns in assignments on time, and is always on task. When she transitioned to coming to school, she even remembered to bring all of her materials from home. No matter where Sailor is, she is always responsible for her actions as well. Thank you for being a role model for the class, Sailor.
We'll continue with recognizing a student from Mr. Torres and Miss Castro's class.
Hello, Dos and Dolphins. Today in Mr. Torres' class, we want to recognize a student that without a doubt is a prime example of the virtue of responsibility. This student has always been responsible with her academic learning, whether it was while being a virtual student or an in-person learner. She is always ready to learn and she is always turning her assignments on time. One can see the ownership she takes when working in the classroom. Because of these examples of responsibility, today we want to recognize Olivia Moore. Congratulations, Olivia, and thank you for demonstrating what responsibility looks like.
I, Cass Garcia, by the power vested in me in the Sovereign Military Order of the Temple of Jerusalem, hereby bestow CNI investiture temporary status, the right to bestow knighthood to Miss Tanya Yedley until the ceremony has concluded and all rights and privileges are returned.
And now we'll recognize a student from Miss Carroll's 5th grade class.
Mrs. Carroll's class is proud to choose this person for the character virtue of responsibility and perseverance. She can always be counted on to complete her work with a positive attitude. She is responsible with her things and does a great job staying organized and on top of assignments. One amazing example of perseverance I saw in this student was during distance learning. She had so many computer issues, but still zoomed into class from her phone and even texted me her assignments to make sure her work was turned in on time. I am impressed by her dedication to her education, and I know she's going to take that same responsibility and perseverance with her to middle school next year. Congratulations, Gia. I am very proud of you.
You hear that? Okay, here we go. I dub thee Knight, Champion, and member of the gallery. Please rise. Oh my goodness, we're so proud of you. Woo! Yes.
Now, we'll recognize a student from Miss Aparicio Espinal's 5th grade class.
Miss Espinal's class is proud to nominate this student for the character virtues of responsibility and perseverance. She always completes her work every day, is organized, and has a positive attitude. Even when she's out of town or having connectivity issues, she still turns in assignments on time. She's also not afraid to speak up for herself or others when there's a problem, and often tries to guide other students to find a solution. Thank you for being a great leader and role model for our class, Serenity. We're very proud of you.
Are you ready? Okay. I dub thee Knight, Champion, and member of the gallery. Please rise and can everybody cheer for Serenity? Woo!
We have come to the end of our ceremony. Thank you for joining us today. It is always such a delight to recognize the scholars in our learning community. Each of our students makes our learning community the special place that it is, and it is an honor to take a moment and recognize our scholars. Students, if you did not get recognized today, your time will come in the future because we are a learning community of many talents, and each and every one of you is a bright and shining star. I look forward to our next round of knighting ceremonies next school year. Hemos llegado al final de nuestra ceremonia. Gracias por acompañarnos hoy. Siempre es un placer reconocer a los niños estudiosos de nuestra comunidad de aprendizaje. Cada uno de nuestros estudiantes hace de nuestra comunidad de aprendizaje el lugar especial que es. Y es un honor tomar un momento y reconocer a nuestros estudiantes. Mis estudiantes, si no fueron reconocidos hoy, su momento llegará en el futuro, porque somos una comunidad de aprendizaje de muchos talentos y todos y cada uno de ustedes es una estrella brillante y resplandeciente. Hasta nuestra próxima ronda de ceremonias de caballería el próximo año escolar.